You're listening to the Get Out and Drive podcast, fueled by AMD, with your hosts, John CustomCarNerd Meyer and Jason OldeCarrGuy Carr. We'll be bringing you gearheads everything you never wanted to know about cars and why they should be on the road and not in your garage. Are you ready to get out and drive?
All right, welcome back to the Get Out and Drive podcast, fueled by AMD. I am John CustomCarNerd Meyer.
And I'm Jason OldeCarrGuy Carr.
We've been putting things out on a pretty consistent basis, but due to fires in the Palisades area in California, we've kind of jumped in, and we are taking a few minutes to talk with Chris Wetzel. He has been able to get us some photos to dispel the rumors that the little VW bus photo that looked so great in the forest fire pictures, everyone thinks that it's AI. Everyone thinks that it is Photoshop. Well, we are here to dispel those rumors and tell you it is not. And we got proof.
That's right. And before we kind of get into the nitty gritty and the picture that we're talking about, we want to talk a little bit about Chris and what it is he's doing in California and why we've actually got him on the podcast. So Chris, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell our folks what you do for a living and what's going on down in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, so my name's Chris Wetzel. I am a firefighter down here in Southern California. I'm actually a fire captain. I work out of Riverside County, but for the last 8 days, I was assigned to the Palisades fire, which obviously has made global news. Lost 5,300 structures, homes. There's some fatalities and stuff, so I was assigned to that. And I actually just got released yesterday, so I couldn't come any sooner. It's pretty tragic, but living down here in Southern Cali, especially along the beach, John, I see your stuff in the background there with the buses. Like, it's PCH and Malibu. I've always thought it's a chill vibe. We love driving the coast and just seeing the buses and the bugs and the old classic cars. There's just something to be said about Southern California. So, yeah. And
we're car guys here, and that's what we love to talk about. And by no means are we intending to make light of the situation that's happened down in Southern California. But as we kind of talk a little bit about it, California is known for, it's got its own vibe. SoCal, that's a verb that we use to describe certain things in the car industry. And, being in Los Angeles County, where a bulk of these fires have been, taking place. First of all, thank you for doing your duty and helping to help other people. That's what we do. That's what firefighters do. They are heroes. Sometimes you guys may not think that you are, but that's exactly what you do. So thank you for that service.
Appreciate it.
Give us a quick little background on you. How long you've been a firefighter?
So 2001, I started with the Forest Service, and then about 3 years later, I came over to a municipal fire department, and I've been there ever since. I ran hand crews. I've been on a fire engine. Like I said, I'm currently a fire captain right now. So I've been in the game for a little bit. I've seen a lot of fires, a lot of destructive fires. This one was probably what we would call our career fire. So this was definitely my career fire, though.
Well, it certainly is shocking to everyone that is not in the area, and our hearts go out for everybody that has lost anything. I know people have lost property, and people have lost pets, and it's just absolutely incredible to see it from our end.
Yeah. I tell you what, the people here in Southern California, they're resilient. I mean, aside from the politics and all that other stuff, which people, only seem to talk about California. California is full of great people, resilient people. I have no doubt that the Palisades community in Malibu, that they'll rebuild. They will, and we'll get back to going again.
Yeah, and it's easy to for people to sit there and pick and poke at the celebrities, who are affected by this. Obviously, you're in the Hollywood area. This is where a lot of celebrities choose to call home. And I don't care who you are. when you go through something this devastating, at losing your house, I don't care whether you've got 5 cents or you've got $5 million, you're affected. You lose things. There's personal belongings. There's this and there's that. So try to be compassionate, regardless of who you're talking about, because it's not just celebrities that lost their homes. It's everyday hardworking people too. So keep that in mind. And one of the things that we are going to do, John, if we can talk about the little bit of a charity that we're going to have available for Chris to talk about too. We'll leave a link in the description box down below or in the show notes so you guys can take a look at that if you're inclined to help out with the California fires. There'll be a chance for you to do so as well.
Great. What has come from this is an odd, unintentional celebrity. That tiny blue VW bus. Everyone's seen the picture. It's been picked up. It's absolutely everywhere. I myself am skeptical of everything I see, as usual. I was very skeptical of this, and I looked around, and I am a very big, as you can see here on the back, I am a very big Volkswagen Bug supporter, an air-cooled head. I was snooping around, and I tripped over Chris on Facebook, and he was talking about the same thing I was, and he said, hey, everybody thinks this is fake. It's not. I have pictures. I'm a firefighter. I physically touched this vehicle. And I said, what? And this will dispel all the rumors, all the foolishness. I don't care why people think it survived, but I know for a fact that we've got somebody here that can tell you that it survived and why. Kind of walk us through, Chris. Did you see the original photo that everybody is kind of blasting?
I did.
And how did that happen? What take us through that?
I was just kind of, it was like it was like the evening I was kind of off, and I was just kind of scrolling through social media. I saw the bus, and I'm like, I'm a big VW guy myself. I own a 67 Bug, the 1 year only. So I'm just a lover of VW. So I thought it was a really cool story. The thing you never do with these things is look at the comments, because the comments are always disappointing. But I started seeing things like laser beams and blue and AI, photoshopped. The bus was parked there afterwards. And I was like, you know what? I was with my partner. I was like, we saw this bus like the second night that we were there. Like, we saw it. Don't remember exactly where it was, but like I know we saw that bus, and it was there the whole time. So after seeing that, me and my partner were up on this hill, and he had his binoculars out. Like, hey man, can you like just look down that neighborhood and see if maybe by chance we can see it? And we're like 3 miles away, and he put the binoculars, and he was like, holy crap. I'm like, what? He's like, tell me you see. He's like, dude, you can see it. So I grabbed the binoculars, and sure as hell, I was like 3 miles away. There she is. She's just like blue and standing out there. So it's like, all right, we're going down there. I got to get some photos of this thing, because I got to try to dispel some rumors and some myths. And that's how that started.
So, Paul, maybe we can show that picture up for those who might be watching this after the fact. We can share this picture. And I said before we started recording that it simply looks like a Hot Wheels car on a backdrop. It certainly kind of looks fake, because a lot of the people do not understand the actual amount of destruction that these neighborhoods have gone through. Clearly, that neighborhood is 100% gone. And the only signs of life is this blue VW van. And yeah, does it look fake? Well, I don't know how far away this picture was taken, but let's assume a couple of miles away on a telephoto lens. Yeah, it kind of looks like it could have been propped there. But as we'll go through with some of these pictures, you'll see that, yeah, the van was sitting there. There was fire around it. It's actually charred a little bit on the passenger side. And there's actually a photo too that we'll show here in a minute of through the windshield of a fire truck of this thing sitting on the side of the road. So when you first pulled up on this on the street, and you're literally like within throwing distance of this thing, what's going through your mind? Obviously, you're a VW guy. You're seeing this lonely soul sitting there on the side of the road. Like, what's going through your mind when you see this thing?
my first thought was like, oh, she looks so pretty. You know, that was the first thing. I was like, oh, there she is, like just in all her glory. Like there she is. And my buddy, he was like kind of laughing at me, but I'm like, he knows I love VW, so he's like, yeah, let's get out, let's take some pictures and like let's. So I went out, and because everybody's like, a lot of the comments and the social media stuff's like, well, we only see the driver's side. It's not burned. It must have been parked there afterwards. So immediately I went to the passenger side, and there it was. It had some charring on it and some burn, some paint bubbles and some paint peel. The rear window was blown out from the heat. So, yeah.
Well, that is absolutely incredible. And like the picture that everybody has seen, I understand. It is just a little beacon of hope. And everything, the phoenix has to rise from the ashes. It's absolutely incredible that survived. And it's the planets aligned perfectly. I don't know how, for me to trip over your comments and your photos and for you to see the original picture and go out there and take a picture and dispel all of these rumors. And that is absolutely wonderful of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope this sparks other people to understand that even in devastation, there's going to be a bit of hope.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and this bus like represents Malibu. That's what Malibu is all about. It's just that chill surfer vibe. Everybody's just, that's, if there was ever a vehicle to survive anything, this is definitely the vehicle to do it, right? So.
Wow.
But yeah, there's the burn marks. You can see those pretty clearly.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely took some heat.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. It's got me. It's left me speechless because I saw this thing, going through the making its way through the internet, and John sends it to me, and I paid no more attention to it than probably most people did, seeing it there again, thinking, oh wow, yeah, somebody stuck a Matchbox car on a backdrop. Here we go. But as John kind of shared the story with me, and the fact that he was reaching out to you, I'm thinking, how cool is this to be able to present it to people who might be experiencing this to some degree in Los Angeles and Malibu and the Palisades area, who are seeing the destruction. And every once in a while, you catch a glimpse of this one lowly house in a completely burnt out neighborhood that, people, again, they're thinking is fake. We're not concerned about the house. We're concerned about this VW because, like I said before, at the beginning of this show, we're car guys after all, and we like to find the backstories behind things.
Yeah, I did try to find what engine company that was. I wasn't able to, but this is a still photo of the video that they took.
I see.
So this fire engine is driving through the neighborhood. Obviously, the neighborhood's already pretty much done, and it's just so random. Like that bus is just like, you'd miss it if you like blink for a second, you miss it, but it's just like right there. So
yeah, that's an incredible picture because you can obviously see there's smoke. You can barely see it. Things are on fire around it.
Right next to it.
And right next to it. So that certainly helps dispel the rumors that this is not real.
Well, and you can see too in through the windshield, right behind or beside the bus is the backside of a street sign. And I think if we pull up this picture here, you'll see that same picture. So again, we're adding validity to the fact that this thing wasn't just parked there. It's been there since those houses behind it was burning. I think that's quite amazing. And, again, the amount of fearless firefighters that go in, and this is their job. This is what they do. And, I'm sure that they have fear. They might not show it on the surface level, but at the end of the day, this is why we refer to these first responders, these firefighters, as heroes. They're driving into the fire to save you and me, right? This is what they're doing. And again, I'll say it one more time because it needs to be said again. Chris, thank you so much for your service and for doing what it is that you do. Chris, do we know who the owner of this bus is? Like, has that gone to any detail at all? Do we know who the owner is? And where?
It's a female. I believe they're surfers. They had left the bus there to do their normal surfing stuff that they do. The fire came through, and they heeded the warning like most everybody else did and evacuated. And I believe I want to say in the story, like she thought it was a goner, and then someone took a picture of this, not me, of the van, or sorry, not the van, the bus. And she was just like in awe. It's still there, so she can't come back in and get it yet. They're still under evacuation order, but it's there, and it's really popular. There's a lot of firefighters that stop by. A lot of news has stopped by there. I think Inside Edition was doing a piece on it when I rolled up on it too. So,
wow. So I can certainly say like this is a very unintentional celebrity of this whole sad deal with the fires. I hope that the vehicle does not ever get restored, or it does get auctioned or sold, and hopefully goes to benefit firefighters or having some rebuild. That would be absolutely incredible.
Well, I think the young lady that owns it probably plans on keeping it after this too, for sure. She'll be a celebrity out there. Everybody's going to see this bus and they're going to know who it is. Wow. Yeah,
because we talk about a lot of things, and like I said earlier, people lose pets, they lose homes, they lose property, and all of these things can be replaced. But you have to understand that a vehicle is more than metal. It's more than just transportation. These people, the owners, this person obviously loved their bus. And it had to break their heart to walk away from it, or to have somebody else think or tell them that it had been burnt up. It would just rip their soul out. I've already seen a bunch of photos and things of other people that were not so lucky. So this is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I going through the whole neighborhood. There's a lot of bus owners out there, and I didn't see another bus that survived, but this one did. So I mean, I saw 5 or 6 buses out there that were completely lost, and that got to my heart. I mean, it all got to my heart. But like I said, as a VW lover since I've been a teenager, it was like, so.
Wow.
Yeah, several years ago, out west in Canada, a good part of the city of Fort McMurray burnt. And when they were doing evacuations there, one of the big stories that came out of that was a Toyota Tundra that was trying to escape the city, and he was doing a good job of trying to help people escape. And literally one side, or a majority of that pickup truck, had burnt and melted. Similar to this story, as a survivor, and because of the good deeds that the owner of that pickup was doing, Toyota stepped up and gave him a brand new truck to replace the one that had burnt. Now, I don't know the backstory as to where the burnt truck went, but how awesome would it be for some executive of Volkswagen or whoever, because I know they listen to us, to hear us and say, look, as a token of our gratitude, we want to give you a new vehicle, but we also want to take, like John said, maybe we take this one, auction it off, or we completely restore it, or we don't, or something, and put that money to some good use. No matter how you look at it, I think in all, this is a good, heartfelt story of survival. And, to some people, it's just a bus, it's just a car, it's just a piece of metal. But to car guys like John, myself, Chris, this is what goes through our minds when devastating things, when forces of nature overcome our lifestyles. Is okay, we've got our health, we've got each other, maybe we've got our pets, maybe we don't, but we've left everything that we've worked so hard behind. And like I said, this young lady, sitting here with this thing, thinking she likely will never see it again. It probably means just as much to her as a pet does to anybody else.
There's one more car too that I saw. It was about 2 blocks up from this one. It was an old Shelby. It has survived. The house didn't survive, but it was actually signed on the dashboard by Shelby. So that was another one I saw. I was like, wow, this is awesome. But
yeah, a lot of vehicles survived and a lot of vehicles did not.
Yeah.
So let me close and I'll say thank you again for what you do. Not everybody can do what you do, physically and emotionally. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
We are going to have on our website, I know we said previously, so I'll state it again, California Fire Foundation.
So we will have links down in our comment section and or show notes so that you guys can take a click, head on over there, make a donation if you feel the need to, and help support those who have lost everything.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for taking a few minutes. I hear that you're headed out of town. You're going to take a little bit of vacation, I hear?
Yeah, it's been a rough few days, so I'm ready to clear my head and enjoy some tropical weather and get some scuba diving in too. So.
That sounds fantastic. You have fun on your trip, and we'll stay in touch.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing anything else in the world, though. But like you guys, I'm a car lover too. So
here's your reminder to support the companies that support your right to get out and drive.
Auto Metal Direct is a premier manufacturer of high-quality restoration parts for classic American cars and trucks. AMD offers a wide range of components, including body panels, trim, glass, weather stripping, and much more, crafted to meet or exceed original equipment specifications. Be sure to visit autometaldirect.com as you get your ride ready to get out and drive.
Connect with us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and X at Get Out and Drive Pod.
what drives you?